Hey internet friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindsay or Lijo, and today we are going to be talking about the low blast problem, and this is the objective personality terminology, low blast problem of not having a sense of urgency and what that kind of equates to and how to potentially solve it. So if you'd like to book a session to talk with me about this or anything else related to the cognitive functions and your growth journey, you can book one below with me on Snug. So here we go. So a few weeks ago, I was talking with someone in a session and we were talking about their animal stack, and through our conversation, it was pretty apparent to me that this person had very low blast, if not blast last. And as I was explaining to them why I was seeing that in their personality, what just came out of me was, you just don't have a sense of urgency. And immediately they adhered to that concept and they were like, oh, you're completely right. I have no sense of urgency. And then I was realizing, I was like, wow, this is really so universal as it relates to blast last or just blast low in general. So either blast third or blast fourth. So if your type is having blast low or last, or you're maybe considering that might be your typing, what are some things that you can think about as it relates to the sense of urgency? Number one, you don't have time to do more consume, okay? You don't have time for it. Stop thinking of always having the time to do more consume as a possibility. Now, if you are still learning the OP terminology, if you are blast low, you're going to have consume over blast. That means you're going to be taking in for the self more than you are organizing the information as it relates to the external world. And your brain is going to want to do that over and over again. And you're just going to want to take a little bit more time for yourself, just to give a little bit more, take a little bit more in. No, you don't have any more time for that. And number two is you don't have time at all. Your sense of time right now is so diluted based on the fact that you are consuming so much more than you are blasting. Giving yourself the option of there being more time is only going to slow down your progress more. If you're putting on the hat of I don't have time for anything else but my to-do list, you're still going to do it slower, but you're going to do it way faster than if you gave yourself the mental permission to take your time through the process. All right, and here are my last 3 tips on how to keep your sense of urgency in check. Number 1 is consider the amount of time that X will take. Let's say you have 3 things on your to-do list, good number of things, right? How much is each one going to take? And actually think about it, like really think about it. Give yourself a good estimation and overestimate just a bit so that when something inevitably goes wrong, you have a little bit of buffer time. Number 2 is staying in tune to your pace. So how much time is left of doing thing A before you need to start doing thing B, right? And so if you have those 3 things on your list, you know about how long each one will take. You should be able to put on a relative timeline at what point you should be starting the next one. You need to be conscious of that as you're going through your day, because, you know, if you're doing thing A, right, but you're spending all day on it, again, the sense of urgency has been lost. It's been time to move on to thing B now for 2 hours. You still haven't done it, and you still have thing B and C to get done. And number 3 is the daily deadline. So there's all some point in the day where we get to where we're like, I'm done for the day. I am not doing anything past 5 o'clock today. I'm not doing anything past 10 o'clock today. What is your deadline of done for the day? And you know that you have to get A, B, and C all done before that done deadline of the day. And so that deadline needs to be looking at you in the face all day long so that you are keeping track, keeping pace throughout that entire day. And other than that, it doesn't have to be a stressful thing. It doesn't have to be a panic thing. It doesn't have to be I'm running out of time. Listen, you got a lot of hours in a day. A lot of hours that you're spending consuming, that you're spending doing other things. You have the time, but you don't have the time to think that you have the time, because then you'll spend that time consuming instead of blasting. That sense of urgency needs to be focused towards blast and towards the deadlines, towards the endpoints, and moving your energy in that direction versus the direction of just consume. Because once you get into consume loop, you could do that all day. You blink your eyes, it's your done time. And then it's, oh, I'll do it again tomorrow. Or I'll finish it tomorrow. So that's it for this video. I hope it helps you understand a little bit more about how low blast and the sense of urgency are connected, and a little bit of what you can do to make that easier for you. So I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye, internet friends.